You wake up before the alarm, but instead of feeling rested, your mind is already racing. Before your feet even touch the floor, you're carrying yesterday's regrets, tomorrow's fears, and 1,000 unanswered questions. The future feels like a storm waiting to happen, and somehow you believe that if you worry enough, you can stop it. But what if that's the biggest lie you've ever believed? What if all those sleepless nights, endless overthinking, and exhausting mental battles have never protected you from anything? What if they've only stolen the peace you already had? The ancient Stoics understood something that most people still struggle to accept today. They knew that worry doesn't prepare you for life. It separates you from it. Every minute spent fearing tomorrow is a minute you're not truly living today. Marcus Aurelius ruled one of the greatest empires in history, yet he couldn't prevent war, disease, betrayal, or loss. Epictetus spent part of his life as a slave, with almost nothing to his name except the freedom of his own mind. Seneca faced political exile, personal tragedy, and the constant uncertainty of power. None of them escaped suffering. What made them extraordinary was that they refused to become prisoners of it. Instead of trying to control the world, they mastered themselves. Instead of chasing certainty, they embraced clarity. Instead of feeding fear, they strengthened their character. And that's exactly what this video is about today. You'll discover 6 timeless Stoic truths that can help you quiet your mind, break free from endless overthinking, and finally experience the kind of inner peace that doesn't depend on perfect circumstances. These lessons won't remove every challenge from your life, but they will completely change the way you face those challenges, because life becomes lighter the moment you stop carrying burdens that were never yours to hold. Before we begin, take a slow breath and write these words in the comments. I choose peace over worry. That small sentence is more than a comment, that it's a decision to stop letting fear write your future. Now let's begin with the first lesson, the foundation of every Stoic philosophy. Truth 1. You control your actions, not the results. Most people wake up every day trying to control things that have never belonged to them. They try to control how others see them. They try to control whether their hard work gets recognized. They try to control the future before it even arrives. And when life refuses to obey their plans, anxiety takes over. Sound familiar? Maybe you've sent an important message and checked your phone every few minutes waiting for a reply. Maybe you've worked harder than everyone else but still worried that your efforts wouldn't be enough. Maybe you've done everything right, yet you're terrified that something will still go wrong. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The outcome has never been yours. Epictetus explained this over 2,000 years ago with one of the most powerful ideas in Stoicism. Some things are within your control, others are not. Your attitude, your decisions, your effort, your discipline, your honesty, these belong to you. But someone else's opinion, the economy, luck, unexpected setbacks, other people's choices, those have never been yours to command. Yet most people spend their entire lives fighting battles they were never meant to win. Imagine holding a rope in a massive tug of war. On the other side stands the future that you're pulling with everything you have, desperate to force life to unfold exactly the way you planned. Your hands begin to hurt, your muscles grow tired, your mind becomes exhausted. But no matter how hard you pull, nothing changes. Now imagine something different. Imagine simply letting go of the rope, not because you've given up, but because you've realized it was never your responsibility to pull it in the first place. That single moment changes everything. Your energy returns. Your mind becomes quieter. Your attention shifts from controlling the uncontrollable to improving the only thing you truly own, your actions. Marcus Aurelius couldn't stop wars from happening. He couldn't prevent betrayal. He couldn't guarantee success. But every single day, he could choose courage instead of fear, patience instead of anger, wisdom instead of panic. That's where real power lives. Not in controlling what happens, but in deciding who you become while it happens. Every situation in life asks the same question. You cannot choose every event, but you can always choose your response. And once you understand that, worry slowly begins to lose its grip, because the future no longer controls your emotions. Your character does. That is the first Stoic truth, and it changes everything. Truth 2. Most pain is created inside the mind. Have you ever noticed how your mind can turn one small problem into an entire disaster? A simple text message arrives. We need to talk tomorrow. Within seconds, your imagination takes over. You convince yourself you're in trouble. Maybe you've disappointed someone. Maybe you're about to lose your job. Maybe everything you've worked for is falling apart. Hours pass. You replay conversations that haven't happened. You create arguments that don't exist. You imagine outcomes that never arrived. Be why the time tomorrow comes. You've already suffered dozens of times. Then the meeting happens. Your boss simply wants to congratulate you on a successful project. Nothing you feared was ever real, yet your body experienced every ounce of stress as if it had actually happened. Seneca Seneca understood this perfectly when he wrote that people often suffer far more in imagination than in reality. Think about your own life. How many nights have you stayed awake worrying about something that never happened? How many times have you prepared yourself for the worst only to discover that everything turned out fine? Your mind is incredibly creative, but creativity can become dangerous when it's used to invent fear instead of possibilities. Overthinking tricks you into believing you're solving problems that in reality, you're only repeating them. The present moment is usually much calmer than the stories your mind creates. Right now, take a look around you. This exact second. Are you safe? Can you breathe? Is there an immediate emergency? For most people, the answer is yes. They are safe, yet their minds are living weeks, months, or even years into the future. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to return to the present moment, because the present is where life actually exists. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, only here. Every time your thoughts begin running toward imaginary disasters, gently ask yourself one question. Is this happening right now, or is it only happening inside my mind? That single question has the power to interrupt fear before it grows. Remember this, your thoughts are powerful, but they are not always truthful. Sometimes the greatest act of wisdom isn't believing every thought you have, that it's learning which thoughts deserve your attention. Truth 3. Acceptance is the beginning of freedom. Many people believe that accepting reality means giving up. They think acceptance is weakness. They believe that if they stop resisting what has happened, they're admitting defeat. But the Stoics saw it very differently. Acceptance is not surrender, that it's clarity, that it's the moment you stop arguing with reality and start working with it. Think about it. How much energy have you wasted wishing the past had been different? Maybe someone betrayed your trust. Maybe you lost an opportunity you thought would change your life. Maybe a relationship ended when you weren't ready. For days, weeks, or even months, your mind kept asking the same question. Why did this happen? If only I had done something differently. It shouldn't have ended this way. But no matter how many times you replay the story, the past never changes. The only thing that changes is how exhausted you become. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to welcome whatever life placed before him, not because every event was good, but because every event was already real. Once something has happened, resisting it only creates another layer of pain. Imagine standing in the middle of a fast-moving river. The harder you fight against the current, the more tired you become. Eventually, you're no longer fighting the river, that you're fighting your own exhaustion. Now imagine changing your approach. Instead of wasting all your strength resisting the current, you find your balance. You stay calm. You move wisely. You conserve your energy for the moments that truly matter. Life works the same way. You may not control every situation, but you always control how you respond to it. That let's say you lose your job. One person spends months blaming the company, feeling angry every single day. Another person accepts the reality, updates their skills, starts applying again, and slowly builds a new opportunity. Both experience the same event. Only one moved forward. Acceptance didn't erase the pain. It simply prevented pain from becoming permanent suffering. The same is true for disappointment, failure, rejection, and unexpected change. Every challenge asks you one question. Will you spend your energy resisting what already exists, or will you use that energy to create what's next? The moment you stop arguing with reality, your mind becomes lighter. You stop carrying a burden that was never meant to stay on your shoulders. That's why acceptance isn't weakness. It's one of the strongest decisions a person can make. And once you stop fighting reality, something else becomes incredibly valuable. Your attention. Truth 4. Your attention shapes your entire life. Have you ever noticed how quickly your attention gets stolen? A single negative comment ruins your mood. One unexpected problem occupies your thoughts for the entire day. Someone else's opinion becomes more important than your own values. Without realizing it, you've handed control of your mind to things that don't deserve it. The Stoics believed your attention is one of your greatest possessions, because wherever your attention goes, your life follows. If you constantly focus on fear, you'll begin seeing danger everywhere. If you focus on past mistakes, you'll never appreciate today's opportunities. If you obsess over other people's opinions, you'll spend your life trying to earn approval instead of building character. Marcus Aurelius understood this better than anyone. Emperor. Thousands of people judged his every decision. If he had tried to satisfy everyone, he would have lost himself. Instead, he chose to focus on what truly mattered, living with wisdom, fairness, and integrity. That's a lesson we desperately need today. Every day our attention is pulled in 100 different directions. Social media, breaking news, comparison, arguments, notifications, endless distractions. Little by little, they steal our peace. Imagine your attention as a flashlight. Right now, that light may be shining on yesterday's mistakes, tomorrow's worries, someone else's success, or fears that haven't even happened. Now imagine turning that flashlight back toward the present moment, toward the work in front of you, toward the people you love, toward the choices you can actually make today. Everything begins to feel different. You stop reacting automatically. You start living intentionally. Epictetus taught that what truly matters is not what happens to us, but how we choose to respond. And every response begins with where we place our attention. If your attention lives in fear, fear becomes your world. If your attention lives in purpose, purpose becomes your direction. So ask yourself this simple question whenever your mind begins to wander. Is what I'm focusing on helping me or only draining me? That one question can save you hours of unnecessary anxiety, because your attention is like water. Whatever you keep watering will grow. Choose wisely. Truth 5. Everything passes, even this moment. When you're overwhelmed, it's easy to believe that the feeling will never end. The difficult season begins to feel like your entire life. You wake up anxious. You go to bed exhausted. Days blend into weeks, and your mind quietly whispers, "This is how life will always be." But that's one of the greatest illusions fear creates. Nothing in life remains exactly the same. Not joy, not pain, not success, not failure. Everything changes. Everything moves. The Stoics understood this deeply. Instead of fearing change, they accepted it as the natural rhythm of life. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that time is like a river. Every second flows forward and no moment can be held forever. Think back to a challenge you faced a few years ago. At the time, it probably felt overwhelming. Maybe it was losing a job, ending a relationship, failing an important exam, or going through financial hardship. Back then, you couldn't imagine life getting better. Yet here you are. You survived. You learned. You kept moving. The problem that once consumed your thoughts slowly became a memory. The same will happen with today's worries. That doesn't mean your pain isn't real. That means your pain isn't permanent. Imagine standing outside during a heavy storm. Dark clouds cover the sky. Rain pours down without stopping. If you've never experienced weather before, you might believe the storm will last forever, but you know better. You understand that every storm eventually gives way to clear skies. Life works exactly the same way. Anxiety is a storm. Disappointment is a storm. Failure is a storm. Storms can be intense, but they never stay forever. When difficult emotions arrive, remind yourself, this is a season, not my identity. Feel the emotion, learn from it, but don't build your home inside it. The Stoics never denied suffering. They simply refused to believe that suffering would define the rest of their lives. Whenever worry begins to overwhelm you, ask yourself, will this matter 1 year from now? Sometimes the answer is yes. Then take action. Do everything within your control. But most of the time, the answer is no. And realizing that gives your mind permission to breathe. Life keeps moving. So should you. Every sunrise brings another opportunity to begin again. That's the 5th truth. And no matter how difficult today feels, this moment will pass. Truth 6. Real peace comes from within. Most people spend their entire lives searching for peace in the outside world. They believe they'll finally relax after getting the promotion, after buying the house, after finding the perfect relationship, after earning more money, after receiving everyone's approval. They keep moving the finish line, and every time they reach it, another one appears. The Stoics recognized this trap centuries ago. External success can make life more comfortable, but it cannot guarantee inner peace, because peace isn't something you discover, and it's something you build. Epictetus taught that happiness begins the moment we stop depending on things beyond our control. That's a powerful idea. It means your peace doesn't have to wait. Not for better circumstances, not for more money, not for someone else's permission. It can begin today, right where you are. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire that many people dreamed of possessing. He had power, influence, wealth, and respect. Yet even he reminded himself that a peaceful life depends far more on your thoughts than on your possessions. Think about the happiest people you've ever met. Were they always the richest, the most famous, the most successful? Probably not. Many people with very little live with gratitude. Many people who have everything still feel empty. The difference isn't found in their circumstances, that it's found in their mindset. Real peace begins when your values become stronger than your fears, when your integrity matters more than your reputation, when your purpose becomes more important than your comfort. Imagine building a house that if you build it on sand, every storm threatens to destroy it. But if you build it on solid rock, the storms still come, the wind still blows, the rain still falls, yet the foundation remains strong. Your inner character is that foundation. Life will always bring uncertainty. People will disappoint you. Plans will change. Unexpected problems will appear. You cannot stop those things from happening, but you can become the kind of person who remains calm in the middle of them. That is the ultimate goal of Stoicism. Not escaping hardship, but becoming stronger than it. Not eliminating every challenge, but learning to meet each one with wisdom instead of fear. The moment you stop expecting the world to give you peace, you begin creating it for yourself. and that's a freedom no one can ever take away. These final two truths complete the Stoic path. Everything changes, everything passes, and the peace you've been searching for has been inside you all along. So, where does all of this leave you? Maybe nothing around you has changed. Your responsibilities are still there. The uncertainty hasn't disappeared. The future is still unwritten, but something inside you can change today. You can stop caring tomorrow before it arrives. You can stop fighting battles that exist only in your imagination. You can let go of the need to control every outcome and start focusing on the one thing that has always been yours, your character. The Stoics never promised an easy life. They promised a stronger mind. They taught us that peace isn't found when the world finally becomes perfect. It's found the moment we stop demanding that it should be. From this day forward, when worry begins to take over, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is yes, take action with courage and purpose. If the answer is no, have the wisdom to release it. Imagine how different your life could become if you practice these lessons every single day. Less fear, less overthinking, more clarity, more confidence, more peace. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger than the challenges you face. This journey isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming unshakable. It's about meeting every obstacle with a calm mind, a steady heart, and the confidence that no matter what happens, you'll respond with wisdom instead of fear. That if today's message spoke to you, write, "I choose peace" in the comments below. I'd love to know you're taking this journey with us. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next lesson in Stoicism and personal growth. Until next time, protect your peace, master your mind, and remember,